Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Kim of Kimberly Budgets here on YouTube, and I'm on a mission to be student debt free by 30 and make money moves in the process. Today we are going to be budgeting out my second paycheck of April, so if you want to see that, definitely keep watching. Before we jump in, I have a huge and exciting announcement which you all can see on my iPad screen. So I am launching a digital cash budgeting planner, which I will be featuring in today's video. This planner is fully hyperlinked and comes with a ton of different templates to help you on your budgeting journey. It has progress check-ins, bill trackers, debt trackers, savings trackers, visual trackers, and pages for notes. Each month comes with a 2-month calendar spread, a paycheck budget sheet, and a cash breakdown worksheet, a cash envelope tracker, a weekly check-in worksheet, an expense tracker, a savings tracker, and a monthly debt tracker. The best part is that it's fully customizable, which means you can copy and paste all different pages if you need more copies. We're all different, so I figured why design a planner with a set amount of pages. This planner will be launching on April 30th in my Etsy shop, and a printable version will be available as well. I will be running a very short launch sale where the planner will be available at a one-time discounted price, so if you want it, grab it then. Without further ado, let's jump into my budget breakdown. All right, so I have my budget spread right here, and we are going to start at the top. So my paycheck date is April 25th. I have my paycheck here, and that is going to be $2,581 as usual. And then I have my automatic deduction for my Roth IRA, which is $246. So what I have left after that is $2,335 left to play with. So now moving on to my priority savings and investment. For my house, my usual $80 is being set aside. And I'm trying to figure out where exactly I want to put my house, my brother, and my parents' savings account. Originally I had it in Betterment, but now that I've learned a little bit more about investing, I'm not sure if a robo investment advisor is best for me. So I'm trying to figure out if I either want to put that in a high yield savings account, which I know is not an investment account, or just a regular investment account. So I have to think about the timelines for these goals. So my brother is getting $50. My parents is getting their regular $50. And I get questions a lot on what these two categories are for. Starting off with my parents, because I feel like that's a bit easier to explain. They are getting a bit older and they're reaching retirement age where they'll be on a fixed income, all of that. They have prepared their entire lives, obviously, for retirement, like a lot of people have. But just in case there are costs that come up in the long term for their healthcare or their just general care, I want to be prepared to pay for that. So I do set money aside there for my brother. My brother is a bit younger than me, so I do set aside money for him. He's at the point where I was a few years ago where I just simply could not afford to pay myself first and save money. So now that I am there, I want to kickstart that for him. So there is money being set aside for him every single paycheck. But that's what that money goes to. My total for my priority savings and investments is $180, and that leaves me $2,155 left for the rest of my budget. Now moving on to my bills section. My monthly bills, as usual, is getting its $312, which is just half the amount of my total monthly bills. My annual bills is getting $15. Invisalign is getting $100. My car registration is getting $10. My property taxes is getting $12, and my insurance is getting $40. This is insurance for my car. Pretty much half my bills binder has to do with my car, so this is car registration, car property tax, and car insurance, and they all come out at different times. Total for this section is $489, and that leaves me $1,666. Now in this new template, I split out cash envelopes from bills because I feel like a lot of people think that way and budget that way instead of putting cash envelopes in their bills section. So I separated that out in this template. So spending is getting $40 as usual. Groceries is getting $80. Eating out is getting $40. Entertainment is also getting $40. Gas is getting $0. I still have $50 saved up. And miscellaneous is getting its usual $200, and DoorDash is getting $40 as well. So the total for this section is $440. And that leaves me $12.26. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. So 2 videos ago, you had resounding comments on how I should pay off my Apple expense for my new phone. So I am going to be addressing that in this video when we get to the sinking funds section. Basically, what I'm going to do is put all my leftover money at the end of my budget to my Apple envelope. So that's why we're going to start with my savings challenges and work from the bottom up. So we know that leftover is going to be 0 at the end because I always budget to 0. For a 1K challenge, we are going to put $95. For my student loans, we are going to put $250, and that is because I have about $1,750 saved up. You know, I only save up to $2,000 before making a lump sum payment, and so I only need $250 to be able to meet that this month. For my monthly challenge, I only have to put $4 in. For my mini challenge, I'm putting in $20. For my luxury challenge, I'm putting in my normal $29. And for 100 envelopes, I am filling out the 96 envelope today. So my total for this section is $494. Continuing to work backwards, that means this total has to be the leftover after this section is done, my sinking fund section. And so now let's calculate how much I have left. I'm going to take $12.26 minus $494, and that will give me $732 for my sinking fund section. So now that I have the amount that I'm able to put towards sinking funds, let's go ahead and work through this. So for health, I am giving it $20. For self-care, I'm giving it $15. For personal, I am giving it $100. And I don't usually give myself this much for personal, but because I also have a trip to New York this pay period, I want to make sure I have some additional money that I can pull from in my sinking funds if I need it. I don't anticipate even having the time to go do personal fun things that aren't going to be work expenses, but just in case, I'd rather over prepare than under prepare. Car maintenance is getting $10. Gifts is getting $50. Birthday is getting $10. Clothing is getting $10. Beauty is getting $35. Household is getting $20, and Kimberly Budgets is getting $50. So taking all of these numbers so far and subtracting it from 732, that leaves me with $412 to put towards my Apple envelope. So to talk through my plan on paying that off, I know I gave you all 2 choices. So it was either pull from my emergency fund or keep it on the credit card. I realized that I could probably try and do a hybrid. I have $275 in that envelope. I'm putting $412 this paycheck, and so I'll have $687. And so that means I'll have $703-ish left to pay, which I think I can pull from my next paycheck before the statement is due in the middle of May. So I think that's what I'm going to try and do. If I can't pay it off in a month, I will pull the rest from emergency fund. I just don't want to pull the entire $1,400 before I know if I can pay it this month or not. So that is going to be my plan. Obviously, I don't want to make a habit of it where I'm making purchases and paying myself back, but I think this is a one-time extenuating circumstance. So that is my plan for Apple. Now we're going to highlight everything I am taking out in cash. So my entire monthly bills section, obviously all my cash envelopes are being taken out in cash. Everything in my sinking fund section as well. And then everything in my other, which is my savings challenge section. And now we're going to move on to my cash breakdown. So I moved all the highlighted sections over to my cash breakdown worksheet, and this is where I determine the denominations I'm going to ask for at the bank. So I'm gonna speed on through this, enjoy the music, and we'll come back for the last step. And we are back. So we are taking $1,915 from the bank next paycheck. My next step is to fill out my cash breakdown sticky note, which I take to the teller so they know what denominations I need. So for hundreds, we are getting 11 or 1100. We're getting 050s. We're getting 26 20s or $528. We are getting 23 10s or $230. We are getting 6 5s or $30. And we're getting 35 ones or $35. That brings a total to $19.50. And I take this sticky note and put it in my bank bag so I have it ready when I'm heading to the bank. So that is all for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. Again, if you want to check out my digital planner, it will be in my Etsy shop on April 30th. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!